And welcome back. This is the AM show on Toru 3 Magic Talk and online. It is now, goodness me, 5 minutes away from 7. A mystery Wellington man is selling his extensive collection of New Zealand art simply because he doesn't have space for it anymore in his house. It includes pieces by iconic Kiwi artists like Bill Hammond and Shane Cotton. And the sum of sales could fetch millions of dollars at auction. Joining us now is Webb's Auction House Head of Art, Charles Ninow. Charles, good morning.
Morning.
So this is, what, $2 million you reckon this could go for?
Well, look, it all depends how auction day goes, but that's the total of the catalogue. But I anticipate that there will be a lot of interest in particular works, which could drive the sum even higher.
Who is this mystery man? Can you let us in on what he does, where he lives?
All I can say really is that they're a very dedicated collector. They've been collecting since the early 90s. And because they've been collecting since that time, they were able to get in sort of at the sort of starting point of the careers of some major artists, like you mentioned, like Bill Hammond and Shane Cotton, who have gone on to be household names. But when they started buying the works, their neighbours probably thought they were crazy.
His house was ram-packed, right? Like the Bill Hammond you're talking about, one of them, very pricey piece of art. Tell us where that was hanging.
In his daughter's bedroom. I mean, that's right. His house is full of art, and as are the houses of his family members. And look, I'm sure there's probably some friends and some other places where the works were hung as well, just to accommodate it all.
That one worth close to $500,000, right? Like this is not cheap art. Is that it right there?
Right. That's it right there. And obviously, you know, when it was bought, it was less than that. But still, even back then, even 20 years ago, it would have been a significant purchase.
It's incredible because that was on his daughter's. In his daughter's bedroom, surrounded by like her Pokemon posters.
That's right.
Just sitting there on the wall.
That's right. But I mean, I love that. I love that, you know, artists, you know, this collector treats art as something to live with. It's not a trophy. It's something to live with and to live your life around. And that's why they're selling these works, because they don't believe in putting things in storage. If they can't accommodate them, if they can't be seen, well, that's not the way a painting should be. A painting should live with people.
Gosh, if that was me, Charles, and I was the daughter, I'd just leave it hanging in my house. But are you expecting maybe New Zealanders to buy this, or more than international, this sort of price, more international clientele?
You would be surprised at the size of the market and the depth of the market. There is a big collector base out there in New Zealand, and New Zealand art is mainly bought by New Zealanders. It's not, you know, it might be going offshore to New Zealanders overseas, but by and large, New Zealand art is bought by New Zealanders. So all the prices, these massive prices that you see people paying at the moment, that's all New Zealanders buying New Zealand art. It's quite incredible.
Would you say most art, expensive art, is kept in storage? Are we deprived of it?
Not at all. Collectors who buy works like this at these sums, they love it. You know, that's why they're willing to pay, say, $500,000 for a painting, because they truly love it. And by and large, most collectors are living with these works and enjoying them rather than keeping them in storage.
If you buy a piece of art, and it sounds like this person's bought some art that, you know, wasn't particularly valuable at the time and it's just appreciated in value, what are the insurance repercussions of that? Would you have to keep sort of updating the value with your insurance company? Because you don't want them burning in a house fire, do you?
That's right. No, it gets expensive. It does get expensive. But obviously, insurance only covers the monetary value of the work. I mean, again, this painting here, if it burnt down a house fire, you could not get another one. There's no way that you could find a replacement for this. You might have to wait 10, 15 years until one comes along.
Brilliant. Hey, thank you. That was fascinating. Thank you very much for joining us this morning, Charles. Really appreciate it. Charles Ninow, who's the Webb's Head of Art. There is actually a brochure if you've got hundreds of thousands of dollars to spare. I'm sure there's some bargains in there too, but there is a brochure you can get.
So this guy's going to sell his art. He's going to make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. What's the bet? He just goes and buys more art with that money.
Well, no, he's not, because he can't. He's no more room.
No, he's addicted to it though.
You know,
Can't help himself.
But the reason he's selling, you see, is because he's run out of room in his home.
Just buy the next door neighbour's house and just display it there.
Do you know what the problem is now? More expensive than art is houses, isn't it? All right, it's just gone now 1 away from 7. This is the AM show. Great to have your company this morning.